Hey, what's going on YouTube? NPCG72, and my office is a mess. Look at this, right? It is a mess. So, I just ordered a B450 motherboard from MSI. Well, actually not from MSI, from Amazon. And this is a open box model, right? And I got it for a deeply discounted price. So the reason I got this is because my X570 gigabyte Ultra Aorus went belly up on me, so I had to send that back to the company. Well, it's on a warranty with Gigabyte, so 3-year warranty. Send it back. They got it. They're fixing it, or they're going to replace it. But I want to get my 3900X, which is just sitting over there in that box, not doing nothing, up and running. So this B450 with a BIOS update should support it. Well, I know it'll support it because I've done enough research on it to know that it will. But I have been reading that some people have been putting their 3600s, Ryzen 5 3600 Gen 3 processors in this motherboard, and it's been working right off the bat. So I can either put my Ryzen 5 1600 in here, update the BIOS, and go from there, or I can risk it and put my actual 3900X in there and see if it'll boot. So either way, it's going to take some time, but hopefully it won't take that long. So I think I'm going to try to just put the 3900X in there and see if it works. If it doesn't, then it's as simple as removing the CPU cooler, which is the H110 or whatever. Yeah, H110i, there we go. Right, if that focuses. Yep, H110i, which is here. It's simple enough to take off. So, but before we do that, let's get into unboxing and see what it looks like, because they say it may have minor scratches or actual, imperfections on the motherboard. So let's take a look at it. All right, YouTube, let's get this thing out the box and see what's actually in there. I also bought a X570 Tough Aorus that I just put in my rig as well. I did a video on that, but I didn't like the way the video came out, so I deleted it. But once I get done with everything, I'm going to make sure I got this in the shot. Move that up a little bit. Let's get this right. There we go. Once I get everything up and running and everything nice and clean again, I'll give you a quick office tour. Hopefully that was good enough. See what's in here. There we go. All right. Yeah, I got all kind of stuff in the way. Easy day. So it looks like it's in the actual anti-static bag that it came in originally. And if you are not really, I don't want to take tech savvy, but if you're not really savvy at building computers and you haven't done it a bunch of times, buy you a brand new motherboard. Don't buy one that's open box, so you don't have to go through the hassle. But to each his own. If you want to try it out, easy day. So I'm not going to tell you what to do. So buy you one if you want to. All right, so let's get this out. This ain't gonna be a review or overview. I'm sure you've seen plenty. Well, not review. I'm sure you've seen plenty of these motherboards, right? And they said it was. Let me adjust the camera here. Hopefully, don't shake too much. All right. There we go. It looks like it's in pretty good condition. It don't look like it's scratched up, or let me sit my stuff over there. Don't look like it's scratched up or anything. You got one M.2 slot here. You got the X470 chipset, one PCIe X16 slot. I'm not sure if that's I didn't read into it, but it's probably X8. So, well, it might be X16, and then down here probably X4, because I don't think you can do SLI on this motherboard, just crossfire. You need 8 pin lanes, or you need 8 lanes for 8 lanes for the NVIDIA cards, right? So that's why a lot of motherboards you can support Crossfire but not SLI, because AMD cards only need 4 lanes. But anyway, story for another day. But yeah, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. Look like no issues. Oh, we got this little, the sticker's still on there. I did not notice that. But I'm gonna take that off. Easy day. Set that to the side. I don't think one's on here. But that was still on there. It might be fairly new. Right, looks like it's in good condition. Right? And again, I'm going to be putting my 3900X in here until I get my X570 motherboard back. Alright. So let's just sit that here. It shouldn't fall off. Let's see what's under here. Alright. So you got 2 SATA cables. You got the actual I/O plate, which that looks like it hasn't been opened either. But this was fairly brand new. They say the box will be damaged. Right, but you can tell that somebody's been in here before. Maybe somebody ordered it and had something else they wanted to get and sent it back. I don't know. Look, you still got that badge, case badge. What is this? Oh, the M.2 screw still in there. Tough Gaming. What is this? Got a QR code on the back. What is this though? Oh, they just talk about the Tough Gaming series stuff. Okay. Or True Game. Not Tough, I'm sorry. That's AMD, not AMD, Asus. But anyway, this is just a blog. It ain't scripted. But inside True Gaming. Gracious, I'm over here talking about Tough. Right, this is a product registration card to wear the red shirt. I'm going to definitely do that. That's the manual, instruction manual. And you got a quick installation guide in here as well. So they said, if I remember right, they said the manual wasn't going to even be in there. So I'm surprised. Right, and this is an open box Amazon warehouse product. All right. Which I don't need to know how to install it. I've done this many times before. Not gonna need these. Put those back in there. Put that back in here. And again, this is a vlog, so it ain't scripted, so I apologize if I got a lot of uhs and ahs. Alright, so that's all I'm gonna really need is that right there. I already got my motherboard screws, but yeah, this thing's in really good shape. I don't know what happened. Maybe it dropped off the truck or whatever. I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and install the memory, install the M.2 that I'm gonna be using. I'm also gonna install the M.2 using a PCIe adapter down here. I've actually got 4 M.2s, but I'm only going to be able to use 2 of them, of course, until I get up and running. I think I'm going to use my 970 Evo and my 970 Pro, because I want my Pro to do video editing, because it's MLC flash and that's much more durable than TLC flash. But, you know, story for another day. But yeah, this ain't bad. So let's get to actually getting the M.2 installed. If I remember correctly, I did put the operating system on my 970 Samsung, the 970 Evo. So, but if not, I have to reinstall the operating system. What I really need to know if Ryzen 9 3900X, which is 3rd gen, is going to work right out the box with this motherboard. I did do some research, and it said somebody said it did work, so I'm gonna try it out. If it don't post, I'm gonna have to take it back out. Good thing I got plenty of thermal paste. All right, let's get to that. All right, YouTube, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and install the board right now, and then it'll be easy enough to put the M.2 in the actual, what else, and the CPU once I get it installed in there. So let me get my trusty little magnetic screwdriver. Once I get this put back in here, I'm about to just set this to the side for right now. Alright, worry about that later. Alright, so let's get this. First, let's put the I/O shield in. Make sure you always orient your I/O shield the correct way. Should be easy day. I keep everything when it comes to my motherboards and stuff so I can box them up, send them back to the company just in case. This I/O shield doesn't have that nice little, you know, soft backing. But easy day. And I'm pretty sure it goes up like that. It does. Just put that in there. I/O shields are pretty easy to install. You just put them in there and snap it in. Just like that. Sure that's in there. There we go. Definitely don't want to tear this up. There we go. Nice. Snapped in, easy day. The motherboard standoffs are already in the right position. This does, the P600S does support EATX motherboards, which I used to have my X370, Asus X370 Crosshair 6 Extreme in here, but it did go over a little bit, so easy day. So checking with this motherboard, it does not have, because this right here is a front panel USB Type-C connection, and this motherboard does not have one, so that's going to be just dangling there until I get my other motherboard back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let's see if motherboard it's got a USB on Type-C on the back. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. No, that's a USB 3.1. But still, this doesn't have a USB 3.1 header on it anywhere. Easy day. I can always just zip tie that out the way. Alright, let's get this motherboard put in here. I hope the 3900X post when I put it in here. Make sure all my cables are out the way. I've done that before where I've actually put a motherboard in and covered up some cables. Alright, that's out the way. That's out the way. Pull that out the way. That's out the way. And we're going to get this put in. Alright. Easy day. Double check, make sure all my cables are out the way. Make sure everything is matching up. There we go. Easy day. Easy day. Alright, let's get the motherboard screws and keep an eye on my battery. Make sure I don't run out. Alright. Make sure you ground yourself. One day I'm going to get one of those little magnetic trays that I see online that's always using. So I find my motherboard screws. There they go. Alright. And it's good to have a magnetic tip screwdriver as well. Alright. These do not have to be tight. Do not over tighten these because you don't want to strip them. As soon as you feel that it's somewhat snug, just go ahead, stop. Always check your case compatibility for motherboards. So I'm sure you all do that before you buy one though. Easy day. Me personally, I don't, unless I got a specific purpose for mini ITX or micro ATX builds, I try to buy a case that can support at least up to an EATX motherboard. Alright, I definitely don't want to over tighten that. That one kept spinning. Okay, I've already done that one. Let's get this one up here. Alright, I'm going to come from the other side. If I bump the camera, I apologize. That one don't want to start. All right. There we go. Awesome. Make sure that one's good here. Awesome. All right. Got a few more to go. Got this one here. Sometimes cases come with this screw right here, where that spot have a like a peg in there, just to hold the motherboard into place. Right, one more, and that'll be right down here. All right. Actually, no, I got one more that goes here. All right. All right, nice. Make sure I got all my cables out the way. Pretty sure I didn't cover anything up. All right, so what we're gonna do next is go ahead and install the M.2. Which I did set it to the side, didn't I? I had the M.2 screw. Nice, there we go. Like I said, I remember my operating system being on my 960 Evo. Not Evo, Pro. So let me get a pair of scissors here so I can cut this. Yeah, and I really want to get my 3900X back up and running because of productivity. I just dropped that screw. Alright, YouTube, I'll be right back. I just dropped the M.2 screw and I gotta find it. Alright, YouTube, found the M.2 screw. It was so small. Alright, but 970 Evo. Alright, just slide, make sure you orient it the correct way. Push it in. And you know what? I actually gotta move, because this one is for the longer M.2, so I gotta actually move this little peg out right here and put it over here. And I should be able to do that with a screwdriver. But does it need a flat tip or would it do a cross tip? Or a Phillips? Oh, nice. Phillips works. Easy day. In fact, I've never owned one of those longer M.2s or whatever you call them. I've always owned the ones that are about the size of a stick of gum. So I'm going to just make that sure that's snug. Alright. Put the M.2 back in there. And screw it down. Easy day. No heat sink for that, by the way. So that one's in. So let's go ahead and put the memory in. And I got 32 gigs of G.Skill Royal memory that I'm installed. But before I do that, since it's so shiny, let me go get some gloves so I don't get fingerprints all over it. Alright, you two got some gloves on. Easy day. Let's get this memory installed. When you're installing your memory, one side's always longer than the other one. So make sure you orient it the correct way so you don't damage your memory when you're putting it in there. As you can see, this side is longer than that side. So make sure that you just got everything oriented the right way. Some motherboards have these snap-in, whatever you call it, fasteners. They help hold the motherboard, not the motherboard, help hold the memory in. Sometimes one side stationary and the other side allows you to snap it in and hold it into place. But this particular motherboard looks like it has, well, not looks like, it has the sides that actually snap in. So what I always do, I put my memory here, match it up with that little slot, make sure I'm putting it in the right way. And I am. And you just push it in. Snap it in, easy day. Now, if you're only using two sticks, make sure you read your motherboards user manual to make sure you're putting them in the slots that it goes in. When you're only using two sticks, or if you're only using one stick, just look in your actual manual and it'll tell you where to put it at based on how many sticks of memory you're using. We don't have to worry about that because we're using 4 sticks of memory. And then if you forget the orientation, well then just look at your memory and look what side the sticker on, or use something as your basis when you put it in. So I know that my sticker is on the other side of the memory, so I know that all of this, when I'm putting it in, the sticker will be on this side and it all installs the same way. Excuse me. Alright, that's in there. Easy day. Snap those in. I almost bought 2 sticks of the silver memory here and then 2 sticks of the gold memory just to match it up, to switch it up a little bit. But I said, nah, let's go with the 4. And this ain't Samsung B-Die, so, but it don't really matter when it comes to memory. Now, Ryzen CPUs do like fast memory though. But the speed on this memory is only 3200, but I've actually had it overclocked to what, 34? Or was it 33? Can't remember. We'll see how it overclocks once we put it in here. I don't remember what overclock or XMP speeds it is for this particular motherboard, but we'll see. Alright, got that in. Easy day. Now, before I connect my 24 pin and my 8 pin, because I got an 8 pin on this motherboard, not a 4 pin, I'm going to put the CPU in. So let's do that right now. And I'm going to go ahead and try it with the 3900X, and hopefully it will boot. If not, I'm going to have to take it out, put the 1600. This motherboard you can use a USB and flash this motherboard without the CPU being in, but I've never done that. I've always had the CPU in, and I've got a CPU to put in there if I need to do that, so easy day. But here's the 3900X, so let's get that installed. Again, check your motherboard before you put this in. You don't want to bring in or break any pins like Greg Salazar did. I just watched him do a video this morning on the actual 3900X that he damaged. It broke off like 3 pins. And normally there's a triangle here on the motherboard that lets you know which way to put it in. And you match it up with the triangle on your CPU. Now this one, the 3900X, has a tiny little triangle. But you can see it. Boy, you can't see it, but it's right here. Tiny little triangle. So pull the retention lever up, pull it out a little bit to the left, or if you're on the other side, whatever, however, but I'm pulling it this way towards me. Pull that up and then gently put the CPU in. And this motherboard even has a little white paint up here to show you how to actually put the CPU in. So you put it in there, it should sit in there easy like that without being forced. And then just push the retention lever back down. Easy day. So let me get the thermal paste and put it on there. I was using thermal grizzly with Coronado, Cryonaut, but man, it don't be enough in there. Alright, these are these wipes that came with this Noctua NTH2 thermal paste. I've actually got another tube of this as well, but I'm not going to use those. But I am going to clean the CPU really quick. Even though I had gloves on, even though it was in the package. I only got 91% isopropyl alcohol, so that's all I got. So that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to use my coffee filters, which shouldn't leave no residue behind. I actually learned this from watching Tech Syndicate. Tech Syndicate still a good channel, man. If y'all gave up on them, give them another chance. I know they had some issues between him and Wendell and Jennifer that used to work over there, but they still put out some good content. And what was the other guy that left? The guy with the beard. Can't remember his name. I just saw him on somebody's video. So I put a little isopropyl alcohol on here. I'm just cleaning the CPU. I ain't lapping it or nothing like that. I'm probably not gonna even overclock it, even though this board would probably support it. See, I even got a little bit of gray stuff on there from the old thermal paste, and I thought I had got it all off. Easy day. Throw that in the trash. That should be dry by now. It don't take that long. It is. I'm gonna put a pea-size dot of thermal paste on there. That's all you need with this particular thermal paste, at least. Put a dot on there. That might even be a little bit too much. Good enough. This NHT1 or NTH2 actually worked pretty good. All right. So let's go ahead, clean this up too. I had this on microfiber sitting over here so it wouldn't scratch anything up or damage the pump block or water block. But I'm gonna sit this right here gently. I'm gonna go ahead and clean that one more time. And hopefully I won't be going back in here. But somebody said it worked right out the box. So I'm gonna see. If not, I'll be taking this back out and let's clean this up. Easy day. Nice and clean. Throw that away. Go ahead and dry this off with a clean microfiber. Alright. Already got the AMD type retention bracket on here. My wires out the way. Get this oriented correctly. Get this installed. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, easy enough to put back on. Put that through there. Actually, that's wrong. Put that back through there. Screw this on a little bit. There we go. Don't want to get that into the thermal paste. Hook that on. Right here, hook this one on. Alright, now start screwing it. What I like to do is hold both of them on a little bit. Get one of them started. Same thing over here. Put that one on there. And these don't have to be overly tight. Nice. But it does have a screwdriver head if you want to, for a Phillips, if you want to actually tighten it down a little bit more. I'm gonna just do this finger tight. Alright, easy day. I know I'm gonna have to probably reinstall the operating system, which I wish I could avoid, but that's gonna be unavoidable. Hopefully it'll boot into the operating system. Hopefully. If not, I'm going to have to reinstall Windows. Alright. So, the GPU we are going to be using, just to see if it boots, because I don't want to touch it. I don't want to take my RTX 2060. So we're going to just use the RX 480 for right now, which is going to go on my other rig. And I'm going to build my daughter. Actually, I'm going to use the Ryzen 5 1600 that I got for my daughter to do her build. Probably do that this weekend. But I needed to keep it just in case, you know, this doesn't boot. We'll see. Alright, so let's put the... Alright. I ain't got to do that. I should have... No, I'm using them all. Okay, so I'm going to have to take my A data off this and put my 970 Pro on now. Because I want to use this one for editing, and I'll just use my other rig for gaming until I get my actual... Did I? Oh, I made a mistake. I put the Pro in here instead of the Evo. Oh man. And the Evo has my operating system on it. Not paying attention. Alright, so let's sit that there. So only take a second. I'm going to take that out. Put the Evo in. Get ready to screw this back down. Don't want to cross thread that. Nice. That's in there. Now we're going to put the Pro. I could even edit on that Evo. And then just put my, I can even edit on my A data, but I'm going to use this one because of MLC flash, and it's the fastest drive I got. I just want this thing to boot without putting the 1600 in there. Alright, come on now. Tiny little screws. And that's what's taking me so long, YouTube. You're trying to get this tiny little screw on there. Alright. Done. So now I got to take this out, put this in. This I/O shield, well not shield, this expansion slot cover. Take that out. And this is going to be temporary. Alright, nice. Is that in there really good? Yeah. I just gotta get this screw back in. Sometime today. Alright, there we go. Get that hand tight. This is in there nice and connected. There we go. Alright, so now all we gotta do is connect all these different headers, which I'm not going to show you all of that because I'm just going to hook this M.2, well not M.2, this USB 3.0 header right here. Perfect spot for it. Make sure that's going in there correctly. It is. Then I've got the audio, HD audio connection, which I could have hooked all this up before I put the motherboard in, but that's fine. In fact, I should have connected this before I put that M.2 in there. But easy day, I got it. Alright, there we go. Took a minute. Yeah, but it's on there. Nice. Alright. USB connections here. Man, that is really tight. I think I only got 2 though. That's all I need for my 2. Be better if I had the actual ones that were straight, but that's fine. Now we can connect the 24 pin. I'm gonna have to do something with this for now. .24 pin, and now the CPU power. Should be an easy day. That's 1, and that is 2. All right. So now I'm gonna hook this up. I ain't gonna show you that. This is just a power for the Corsair H110i, and this is for the fans. It'll control the 2 fans up here. And I'm not gonna show you me connecting the actual power and all of that because that's really tiny. It'd be hard for you to see anyway. It's gonna probably take me a minute. So I'm gonna get that done and we'll come back and see if it boots. Alright, YouTube, I got everything hooked up except fans and the power here, but I'm gonna go ahead and install a graphics card. Again, I'm going to be temporarily putting the RX 480 in here. In this top PCIe slot. Well, I got to take the bolts out first, right? Oh, man. I put them back in there, and I keep these so I don't throw them away. The expansion slot covers. I'll keep pretty much everything I buy. That's why I try to get rid of some of my stuff to my children. Alright. RX 480 in there. Got a little snap on there that holds it in place too on the PCIe slot. And all we gotta do is put these screws in. Which are proven to be quite difficult to line up. Everything's in there secure. Alright. Alright, YouTube, got them in. Took a minute, but got them in. Now to connect the 8-pin power connection to the RX 480. But actually no 6-pin. So I ain't even got to worry about this part. Here we go. Nice. I'll just let that sit right there. Make it zip tie it off a little bit more. Alright, so that build is pretty much complete. And I got to do something with this. I may just let it hook right there for right now. Ain't gonna hurt anything. And let me hook this up and get this thing in this spot and turn it on and see if it'll boot. Alright, YouTube, I got it in its place. And this is where I normally have it at. These are just some laptop tables that I bought here. But let's turn the power on. Alright, power is on. I don't know if there's any indicator lights that actually supposed to come on this motherboard. Right, got it plugged into my UPS. And let me double check, make sure I don't see no lights. I don't see anything. Alright, so let's see if it boots. Alright, it turns on. Now we got some lights. Memory just came on. Now I'm waiting to see a signal on my monitors. Which are G-Sync monitors. Alright, I don't see anything yet. I don't even see the button. Okay, the keyboard just lit up. Alright, so it's running. So I just gotta see. Alright, hold on, let me get this right. HDMI. Oh, it's in power saver mode. Okay. Let's try display port. See if I see anything. That's in power saver mode too. Alright, YouTube, let me figure out what's going on with my monitors and we'll be back to see if it actually worked. Alright, YouTube, and it works. The 3900X works with the MSI B450 Tomahawk with the BIOS, which I checked on this one, was installed in September of 2019. Works. I am so stoked. And the operating system actually worked as well, so I ain't got to go in there and update the operating system and get my keys out to get that reactivated. So this whole process was an easy day. Now, of course, if you're buying the 3900, 3900X, more than likely you're going to buy a higher end motherboard. You're not going to buy a B450. But if you already own a B450 motherboard, like this one, which is again MSI Tomahawk, and you want to upgrade to the 3900X or 3950X when the prices start dropping, I actually saw a Ryzen Threadripper 1920X for what, around $200 the other day. But that's on the TR platform. But that just shows you how much these prices drop off when these newer products come out. And if you want to get in there and get you one of these processors at a later date when the new stuff comes out, and that's an easy day. In fact, the 3900X is always, not always, but already has dropped around about $400, which I've actually noticed on a few websites. So prices are dropping already, and that's due to the market having more than necessary as far as these products go, right? In the beginning, like anything else, if you're an early adopter, you're going to pay early adopter prices. In fact, I paid $500 for my Ryzen 7 1800X, which is now up there in my son's rig with 8 cores and 16 threads. Well, what I'm going to do is to show you that it's actually running. I'm going to pick this up. I apologize for the shakiness, and you can see that it's up and running. Now, what I did do, I did take out my Ryzen, I'm sorry, not Ryzen, my AMD RX 480 and put my RTX 2060 in there. That's because the two monitors I just showed you are G-Sync and not FreeSync. But I just wanted to make sure I showed you that and show you that it actually works. So, I don't know if a BIOS earlier than September of last year on this same motherboard would actually work. But you don't have to have a CPU in this motherboard in order to update the BIOS. There's a button on the back where the I/O panel is located that you can press, and all you need is a USB with the updated BIOS put on there and extract it, and you can be up and running without even having a CPU or anything else installed on this motherboard. In fact, Wendell did a good, well, you don't even know who Wendell is. Well, some of you do. Wendell at Level 1 Techs actually did a good video on this motherboard back in 2018. So, it works. So, I'll stop rambling on. Get on here and start doing some video editing. In fact, start editing this video. Have a great day, and thanks for watching this vlog. And again, if you want to see a good video on this, check out Level 1 Techs on this B450 motherboard. Wendell did a great job as far as reviewing the board. Or just go in there, type in the search section of YouTube, MSI B450 Tomahawk motherboard, and you'll find all the information that you can possibly find. And I didn't do a review of this motherboard because there's so many out there already. And remember, this motherboard came out in came out in like 2018. So finally, I'm going to stop rambling on and get out of here. Again, thanks for watching and have a great day. Later.